It took almost $11 million to make and only made about $9.5 million at the box office. Hi, I'm an actor, writer, sometimes Hollywood insider.
I'm reviewing movies that maybe you missed on their first time around.
My name is Dan Harville, but my friends call me Spike. Johnny Depp is one of my favorite actors. He has a reputation of taking some really quirky and oddball characters, and he has the skill and the ability to make them special and lovable. I mean, who doesn't love Captain Jack Sparrow, or the Mad Hatter, or Rango? Those are a few of my favorites. But I now have another one that I really like tremendously, and that's Gilbert Grape. Released in 1993 to critical acclaim, but lackluster audience response, the movie lost money in its initial run. But Depp turns in a solid performance as a young man trying to hold his dysfunctional family together.
Pandora. It's a town where nothing much ever happens. This is where I live with my family. Doctor said we'd be lucky if Arnie lived to be 10.
I could go at any time.
Arnie, don't be rude. Some days you want him to live.
I killed him, Gilbert.
I know, buddy.
Okay, son, come down now.
Hey!
Some days you don't.
When is this gonna stop?
His father commits suicide, and his mother hasn't left the house in 8 years and weighs somewhere around 1/4 of a ton. He has 2 teenage sisters, one who is self-absorbed, and the other who is long-suffering and is sacrificing. But the main dynamic in this movie is his brother Arnie, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, in what should have been an Oscar-winning performance. Gilbert has a minimal job as a grocery boy in a store whose existence is threatened by the new gigantic food store out on the loop, out by the interstate. Gilbert is trying to hold his family together and keep food on the table, sacrificing for everyone. And he sacrifices for Betty, a local housewife played by Mary Steenburgen, who's bored with her husband, bored with her life, and keeps calling the little grocery store for special deliveries as long as that special delivery is delivered by Johnny Depp, if you get my drift. One day a passing caravan of RVs comes through town, and the last RV has engine trouble. Teenager Becky and her grandmother become stranded in town. Becky, played by Juliette Lewis, and Gilbert become interested in each other. The greater part of this movie happens during this time while they're waiting for the truck parts to arrive so that Becky and Grandma can get back on the road. There's great contrast in the fact that Depp and his family are stuck in one place in more ways than one, and Becky, living in a small camper pulled behind a truck, is always moving. Depp, DiCaprio, and Steenburgen turn in some of the best performances of their careers, and this little drama is laced with humor and tons of heart. I'm sending kudos out to Miss Steenburgen. In one of my favorite scenes of the movie, she and her boys come into the store where Gilbert is working. While she's talking to him, Becky enters, and they are standing literally and figuratively in a love triangle. Mary Steenburgen makes that scene real. She really sells the sizzle. So how does it rate? I polled 10 of my filmmaker friends and actor friends. Just let me say, if you've got 10 friends in your life who are actors, you need to get out more. Anyway, my actor friends and filmmaker friends gave it 4.5 stars. I then polled 10 members of my family and normal friends, and they gave it 4 stars. Yeah, the filmmaking, the acting, the story, all of that factors in, and I mean, that's all important to me as a filmmaker and an actor. Now I'm happy to report that I loved this movie. I absolutely loved it. It seemed like a slice of real life in America, and it had no agenda. It was also a study on how Gilbert Grape loved his family, and they loved him back, and how they overcame and dealt with their lot in life. I give the film 4 stars. Please visit my website, myfriendscallmespike.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Spike Harville.
Have you ever heard of Japanese paper balloon bombs? Me neither. During World War II, the Japanese made giant balloons out of handmade mulberry paper, attached bombs to them, and sent them up into the jet stream across the Pacific Ocean and crashing into the United States with the intent to set the West Coast on fire. They met with more success than you might think, from Mexico through California, Oregon, Washington State, and all the way up into Canada. Very little has been revealed about it until now because the patriotic press of the 1940s kept it quiet. You can see the recently declassified footage of the balloon bombs that were captured at HollywoodIsASmallTown.com in a documentary which closely details and inspects the technology the Japanese used, from auto-leveling devices, citric acid-powered bombs, and double-fused blasting caps. Oh yeah. For a limited time, this declassified military training film can be viewed for only 99 cents at HollywoodIsASmallTown.com. Go there now.